This is the project implementation phase 3, step 1, creating climate for change for HIM class 670 9040 Health Informatics Administrative Capstone. The agenda is going to be, we're going to talk about the background, go over the purpose, talk about the approach. Then we're going to look at changes for paper-based medical records to electronic health records or EHR. We're going to look at the EHR efficiencies and effective delivery of healthcare. Then we're going to look at patient portal benefits and then look at technologies. For the background, we were asked to take on a role of a health informatics manager for a medium-sized health organization. One of the projects we were asked to step into was a project manage converting a paper-based medical system into an EHR. There were 3 phases to this implementation. Phase 1 was initiation and planning, phase 2 the execution and closing, and phase 3 is the change management. In HIMS 650, we completed phase 1 initiated and planning. We delivered the description of an existing paper-based medical record system. We identified the stakeholders, project team, and project manager. We developed a EHR implementation plan. We planned for the resource requirements, human resources, finance, and project management software. Then we looked at change management plan. In HIMS 661, we completed phase 2 of the execution and closing of the project and delivered the work breakdown structures, the system acquisition, including RFIs and RFPs, provided the EHR implementation schedule using a Gantt, outlined a communication plan with the stakeholders and team members, laid out the monitor and controlling with scope, tree, time, task, budget, and quality, outlined and executed the testing, the unit and integrated performance system testing, and then the closing and signing off of the project completion. And we're here at HIMS 670, and we're developing phase 3, the change management plan. The purpose of this presentation is to discuss the first of 6 post-implementation steps. Creating a climate of change. Included are establishing justification for deployment, discussing the benefits of EHR, promoting health information technology culture, and then conveying justification to the stakeholders or users. The next slide is the approach. There are many changes in healthcare. It's progressing at an extremely rapid rate with respect to implementing the regulations, the policies, and procedures. Change management has been around for a while and has matured, and there are many successful implementation models. We're going to be focusing on the change process and looking at it as a journey for the entire organization. For the first phase 1 strategy of creating a climate for change, we're going to adopt and use the planning and organizational change skills and strategies developed by John Kotter. Kotter believed that change was both emotional and situational and is a multi-step model. As you can see in the diagram, he has phase 1, creating the change, phase 2, engaging and enabling an organization, and then phase 3, implementing and sustaining the changes. This slide discusses the need to change from paper-based medical records to electronic health records. Giger noted that the better quality patient data is provided by computerized records, though it's not necessarily improves the efficiency or effectiveness of the healthcare system. On the first slide here, you see the better quality patient care data is converted to computerized information. If you look at the center of the screen, Giger concluded that recording the present paper-based medical system activities allows for intelligent applications to use this information. You get improved efficiencies and effectiveness, and the intelligent application of computerized data, hence the EHR effectiveness. With the paper-based medical records converted to computerized data, we can now take EHR and leverage it and scale to improve clinical care, research, and inform public decision-making. Based on the last slide, we want to talk a little bit more about EHR and how it provides more efficient and effective delivery of healthcare. There are many advantages of an EHR-based system, including patient care, patient participation, healthcare coordination, diagnostic and outcomes, and cost reductions and workflow efficiencies. In the table below, we want to just talk about the categories, feature benefits, and advantages. On the first row, we want to talk about patient care, participation, and healthcare coordination. There is greater and more seamless flow of information with digital care information in the infrastructure, and it encompasses and leverages digital progress that can transform how care is delivered and compensated. The row right below that are diagnostics and outcomes. As a feature benefit, EHR increases patient diagnostics and patient outcomes. The advantage, it leads to an increase in quality of clinical decisions. In the last row, we're looking at workflow efficiencies. As a feature benefit, workflow efficiencies are increased, especially with patients with numerous medical records due to a complex medical history. The advantage is that clinicians and physicians are allowed to review the comprehensive file, identifying all aspects in the patient's treatment plan. This slide, we're going to talk about the patient portal benefits. Improved communication between the patients and physicians result in a better satisfaction among the patients. The benefits of a patient portal include mobile health, which provisions medical services through mobile devices, expert consultation, where patients can now choose and consult with a number of doctors through online platforms. The portals now can be reached from remote access, where patients from remote areas and including the elderly can get healthcare support through this benefit. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see additional benefits, including online video conferencing, which allows you to do online conferencing with consultants. The other benefit is virtual appointments, where patients can schedule their checkups with their consultants and get notified on the times from the telehealth software. Experts predict with the video conferencing area that the market will continue and grow way above on the average of 50%. This slide, we're going to talk about the technologies. The first type of technology is the healthcare apps. COVID-19 has really forced us to rely on our ubiquitous communication devices, the mobile telephone. And this includes a vast array of healthcare applications and access to information that allows us to monitor our health and administer our health. Very much like the healthcare apps, video conferencing has really taken the forefront during the COVID pandemic. The adoption of it has demonstrated to the healthcare community that delivery of healthcare services are both cost-effective and effective in conducting health delivery services. The next item is expertise and consultation and collaboration, and is really an extension and adoption of the existing technology platforms. But now best practices are being developed by the healthcare professionals that can now consult with their peers through these platforms. It has produced greater efficiencies and higher decision making based on it. Next is artificial intelligence. Based on and from COVID, there's been a higher emphasis on artificial intelligence and further development and best practices. Anyone who has accessed a healthcare mobile app or website are now using a combination of artificial intelligence and live information to help understand the scope of care for patients on the portal. AI can perform healthcare tasks as well or better than humans with the volume of information available to them. The last technology is big data. It's been around for a while, but with COVID and past COVID, the desire to collect big data has evolved. And right now there's the ability to have machine learning algorithms that are implemented into the standard data sets, allowing you to integrate into the different platforms to really hone in and perform very discrete health interventions improving diagnostics as well as clinical decision support systems. This affects all different types of health systems, including the EHRs, the hospital information systems, radiology information systems, the laboratory information system, as well as any public health platform, including mobile data, social media, and other clinical web portals. Thank you for sitting through my presentation of the Production Implementation Phase 3, Step 1. And after this screen, there will be 10 seconds of references. Thank you very much.